you for being here.
Thank you. I want to say that, let me ask you a question. How would it look if a bank robber woke up? How would it look if a pimp woke up? How would it look if an abuser woke up? Like this. Like this. And I want to say it is you who were able to travel, speak, do your work around spirituality that touched somebody's heart, my teacher's heart, Gangaji's heart, and she was moved to come into prison. If she had not came, I would be doing life in prison for sure. I would be a lost soul. So like I was telling Jeff Foster, I said, this is the icing on the cake. Just being here is the icing. I didn't expect any of this. I was not planning on this. I just wanted to be free. I just wanted to be out the joint. That's all I wanted to be. You know, I wasn't trying to write a book. I wasn't trying to be enlightened master. I was just trying to get my black butt out of penitentiary and keep it out. That's all I wanted. And so I want to thank the scientists. I want to thank all the people who travel around the world, the rich people, the poor people, I want to thank you all because it's your efforts that's changing people's lives, especially people's lives that's on the bottom of the barrel. And I was on the bottom. I want to thank you. She told me don't get too heavy. I mean, you know, I don't know nothing but just to be me. I can be heavy sometimes, I can be light, I can be irreverent. Gangaji says, Kenny, you can be so irreverent. But consciousness is everything. Am I right? It's just everything. It's irreverent, it's heavy, it's light, it's crazy. Consciousness, I just want to have fun. I want to experience how it feels to be homeless. I want to experience how it feels to be on the death row. I was going to protest the execution of Tookie Williams. But he had had an awakening. He was ready to go. And we were trying to keep him here. Conscious said, no, I want him up here with me. He just suffered enough down there. I want him here with me. And so you're able to even touch those that's on death row. So when they pass over, you know, they are ready. So don't think that what you're doing is wasted. It is so fucking valuable. So valuable. I have a prison project called This Sacred Space. I work with people incarcerated, people on the streets. I just work with wherever I'm at, I'm doing this. If I'm making love, I'm doing this. If I'm working a job, I'm doing this. There's nothing but this to do. So just keep being yourself. Keep doing what you do. And somebody's going to hear your message. The right person come to you and say, thank you. Thank you for having such a brilliant, pristine mind to cut through my shit. Then we need the teachers who have this heart, this love, this boom. People feel that. So I got 15 minutes. I love to take questions. So throw your hands up and say something. Whoever want to ask the question. Yes.
Hi, thank you for sharing the story.
Break that down. Just reduce it down to the lowest denomination. Say it again. Once you have this, boom, this heart-opening experience, immediately you want to do service. You want to be available because you cannot hide your light under a bushel barrel, as they say in the Bible. So you want to be able to be available to as many people, however you, and just check in with yourself and really feel in with yourself, and it will guide you to those people. It doesn't necessarily have to be a group or organization or anything like it. Can just be your being available to the person walking down the street. So just follow your heart. It will never lead you astray. I followed my heart. I want to rob, steal, whatever, and I did, and it led me to this. Who would have thought? I wasn't going to India. I wasn't going to Mecca. I wasn't going to the Wailing Wall in Jerusalem. I was trying to get to the penitentiary. And that's what God was. God is everywhere. And it reads the map of your heart and says, okay, it's time for you to come on with me and to be available to those who need your services. So be available to this love and let it guide you.
I know it has something to do with congregation.
I got you. When I was in prison, I met Gangaji, and she came in September 1994. And they say, my chiropractor said to me, says, those who are suffering the most wake up the quickest, heal the quickest. Because I was in so much darkness, and this light came in. I said, whatever that is, I want some. And boom, I got it. Like, this is the light, I want that. So for me, it was sudden. But now, after having an awakening, getting out of prison, now there's been this gradual healing process of all those things that got me into prison. You just put me on the path of healing. And as I was telling a young lady last night, I said, once you stop and be present and look into your heart and feel this love, then you take your spoon and you feed it to each of those aspects of you that says, I'm poor, I'm angry. And you feed those because they're hungry too. That's why they came up, to be fed. I'm poor, I'm angry, I'm whatever. I don't have enough money, I don't have enough whatever. And you just feed that. Just feed it this love from this inexhaustible supply of love. Just keep feeding that. You're feeding yourself. That's what I discovered after I had the awakening. And after I had the awakening, I couldn't speak about it, and I couldn't even talk about it. Then I was placed in a cell for 7 days by myself. And this is in my book called The Last Hustle, which is soon to be published. As soon as I can get somebody to help me, go to the next level. I'm plugging myself. Is that all right? Yeah, okay. So I need help. Okay, let's put it like that. Shit. So all you brilliant minds, see me so we can get this thing done. Because what I want to do, I want to be able to feed as many people that are suffering like I'm suffering. And the book has this transmission. A young man read my book about 2 weeks ago. He was in a deep, dark place. He read the 260 pages of darkness, being in the streets, and then he read about my awakening with Gangaji. And after he finished the book, he said, I never read a book in my life. He says, I am so happy. I am so much joy. I can't wait to give it to my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, so that she can read it, so she can be where I am. So that was my vision for the book, to have the transmission. Once I knew the transmission was there, cool, okay, let's get it to print. So I took it out of my agent's hands and said, man, forget you. I'm a self-publisher, Lulu.com or Amazon.com. Somebody go help me get this thing done. Because my whole vision was to help as many people as possible. Because you go into San Quentin, go to county jails, you still can't, I want to replicate myself. I want to replicate this truth. And I realized Gangaji wrote me a letter while I was in prison, before I had the awakening. And I was reading the letter and my mind stopped. And I knew then that in the words can be the transmission. And so we're going back to, I was in cell 7 days and I couldn't speak about this truth. And I just sat there and I was looking out the window in the county jail, looking out the window and looking out the window. After I came in, they put me in a population with I was in quarantine, they put me in a population with other men. And men started coming toward me. Say, hey man, tell me about how can I get out of jail? How can I do this? I said, wait, I ain't no damn attorney. Why are you asking me? But we are attorneys. We are counselors. Because why? We have the wonderful counselor inside of ourselves and know exactly what to say to that person to help them free themselves. That's, oh, I'm on to something here. And so wherever I went, men would say, how come you so peaceful? How come you so relaxed, man, in this crazy world? And we would walk around the track in the prison yard smoking cigarettes and just talking about this truth. We would sit up at night, 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, you know, sneaking cigarettes and talking about methamphetamine. And pretty soon, after it get later and later and later, then we start having a conversation about this truth. So, and I was trying to get as many books as possible from the Gangaji Foundation to disseminate to men. They would read the books, they would read Papa G's book. Oh, Kenny, I'm the I. There's no me. There's no you. Oh, here we go. So everybody said, well, there's no me. There's no I. And this is what they was experiencing. They was coming back and reporting to me. I said, oh my God, gangbangers. You know, I don't want to be a gangbanger. I just want to be free, man. How can I do it, man? You know, one guy said, they want me to be a vice lord. They want to initiate me. I said, come, let's talk. We walked the yard. After you get through talking, he would say, oh man, thank you so much. I said, now go and be a nice lord. Not a vice lord. Because vice is about crime, criminality, and, you know, of course, loving kindness and nice lord. I kind of like that. One more minute?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No problem, no problem, no problem, no problem.
I mean, you're worth another hour. We don't
Right, I know. Right. I know we got time constraints because I'm ready to eat. Okay, so cool. And so here's, I mean, this is informal. This is like, you know, the event's over with. I want to say the name of my organization is thissacredspace.org, and I really need support in trying to get this work done. I really do.
Can you say it again?
thissacredspace.org.
Maybe we'll put it in the next newsletter after the conference.
Okay.
You sign on the, if you're now, I'll make sure we plug you, your book,
Right.
and we find a way
Right.
to send some love.
Moolah.
I love you, man.